Interesting rejoin music there as we head into the 100th playing of the PGA Championship on PGA Championship Radio. Don't forget, noon Eastern, live play-by-play coverage, but make sure you tune in much earlier than that. We'll have guys on the golf course early in the morning. I'll be up in the booth, and we will be sending you out to the golf course as much as we possibly can. Well, the PGA Championship, the PGA of America, this is a week to celebrate all of the 29,000 members of the PGA of America and some special ones. And one sits down with us right now. He is the recipient of the PGA Golf Professional of the Year. It's Dan Pasternak from Essex Fells Country Club. Dan, how are you, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you.
We appreciate you spending some time with us. First of all, tell us what it means to you to be selected out of 29,000 people to be the PGA Professional of the Year.
Well, I'm not sure that I've fully processed it yet. After getting the call from President Levy, just really quite overwhelmed to think that my record in any way could stand up to those who've received this award before. I remember sitting in the awards presentation in Austin, Texas last year when Darrell Kessner received the award and listening to his record and just overwhelmed by all the things that he had done in his career. And for even a moment to think that, I could be considered in that club is amazing.
Well, the thing that's so amazing about what you've done is this general manager. I call it gig, using air quotes. But I have a dear friend in San Diego that was asked to, he was a director of golf and was asked, we lost our general manager, would you, be an interim general manager? And I go, how's it going? He goes, Dennis, man, I can't wait till they find somebody. This is a really, really hard thing. I thought being a director of golf was hard. My goodness, the stuff that comes at me was unbelievable, and that's kind of what happened to you, and you're still doing it. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I was working at a club, Panther Valley Golf and Country Club. The general manager left. The club president asked if I would step in as the interim manager, and I was there doing it for 4 years. Different, though. I actually enjoy the role. I enjoy wearing all the different hats that go along with it, and especially the strategic planning, taking care of the members, making sure they have a good time, and growing the game.
How hard? I got it, because everybody that's a member at a club, it's a successful person, and they honestly think they know best. Everybody knows how to grow grass better. And then you go to their house and they've got dirt everywhere in their yard. But they complain about the golf course. It's funny how that works. But that's got to be so difficult because you can't be political and just sugarcoat something or say something just to blow them off. Our general manager at the club that I'm at has a tendency to do that to me all the time just because we're friends. We've known each other for a long time.
Because you complain a lot.
Yeah, I do. It's like the weather's perfect. Why are the greens 10 right now on the step meter? Let's get them good. The weather's good. There's no reason. The greens are healthy. But that has got to be hard. Are you blessed with the ability to be able to talk to people that way, or has it been a growing process through your career?
No, I think I deal with people pretty well. And in those types of situations, you just try to listen and hear what they're saying. And most of the time, the criticism or the challenges, they have some validity to it, so you see if you can fix it. I like fixing those things and don't mind being in that position.
You talk about making decisions in the decision process. It's kind of like the President of the United States. It doesn't matter what decision you make. You're never going to even get 50% of the people to agree on it. What are the challenges? It's the people that you're surrounded by and the people that you have working for you that really help you, kind of make all this stuff work?
Oh, yeah, I have a fantastic team. My golf professional, Brian Gaffney, is tremendous. He was the low club professional in 2015 at Whistling Straits. Handled himself just amazing. Just a great representative of our club. Our superintendent does a great job. So, my job is a lot easier because I have a great team that sits at the leadership table, and it works out well.
You spent 22 years. You've been 22 years as a PGA member. You're now at a golf course that's 122 years old. Tell us a little bit about the property. That intrigues the heck out of me. I am a big-time old-school golf course guy.
Well, Essex Fells is a great place. It's a small piece of property, just a little over 110 acres. The original layout was done by Donald Ross with some enhancements by Seth Rayner.
Oh,
we've been working with Reese Jones for the better part of 30 years now, so he spends a lot of time at the club working on it. it's a neat place. Although there's a little bit of controversy in the history of it, Essex Fells is where the term the Mulligans started. So it's a neat old place. It's a great club. The members are incredibly welcoming and friendly, and it really is a part of the culture there. It's a wonderful place to be.
That's 3 designers that were really different. I mean, does a golf course kind of have a feel of any one of them, or is it a blend of all 3, or how does that work? That's interesting.
I think Reese has been incredibly respectful of what was there before, but just making it better over the years. But I think when you go around the course, if you know Donald Ross and you know Seth Rayner, you can see some of those characteristics in there. Just last week, we found an old sketch of the golf course from 1924, the enhancements that Seth Rayner had done, and it's like a treasure trove to look at that, to see the things that they were planning. And we've certainly shared those things with Reese and Steve Weiser, who are working on the golf course, and a piece of history.
The thing that's so interesting, and I don't want to throw any of these newer architects under the bus, but they really figured it out back in the day. Strategic golf and the way to play shots, too, where now so much of the golf is just hit it far and hit a wedge on the green. And it's really cool to play old school courses. Carl and I, my head's already thinking, when are we going to New York? We're going to New York here this next year. We got to get over there and play the golf course. I'd love to check it out. But
it's a neat
hey,
place. Dan,
I wanted to ask you about, I know there's been many accomplishments in a 22-year career with the PGA of America, but you've got to be proud of the fact that you've guided more than 20 former assistants to head professional status.
Well, not just assistants, but colleagues as well. Yes, tremendous. Very proud of the ones that worked for me and the ones that I was able to help, realize their goal or dream of becoming a head professional. That really probably is the thing that is most satisfying.
What is it moving forward now for you? Just keep doing what you're doing, or I mean, this is you probably you sound like you're at peace and you're at home, and this is like where you want to stay.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy where I'm at. I enjoy the service aspect of giving back to the PGA. I've been doing that for a long time. As long as they'll have me, I'll keep doing it. I still pinch myself every time they let me in the room and participate in the decisions, but it's great, and I'll just keep doing what I'm doing.
Being in the jersey section. Oh, sorry, Carl.
Yeah,
Being in the jersey section.
He's just adding this to a long list of awards. Dennis is going to have to build himself a trophy case. 2007 and 2011 New Jersey PGA Golf Professional of the Year as well. So,
my trophies are going in the basement because my 11-year-old son is accumulating some wins at a pace that I never did.
Is he playing golf?
Yeah, we just got back from Pinehurst. He played in the U.S. Kids Junior Worlds, and we had a great time down there.
How proud are you to have your kid do that? Because I'm sure he listens to you, because a lot of dads don't have their sons listen to them when in the sports that they play. So,
well, he listens to a degree.
Right.
Fortunately, he loves the game for himself. It is fun caddying for him, but last year he was lucky enough. He played in a tournament down at PGA National, and Pete Bavacqua, our CEO, caddied for him, and it was a really neat experience. And, he's had a great golfing life at 11 years old.
That's
incredible.
the point I was going to make is that, the Met section in Jersey, and you guys look for players. Your club, if you can't break 80, it's pretty hard to get a good gig. I mean, Daryl and all these guys you talked about, I've known so many of them that can flat play. Jim McClain I met years ago, and he introduced me to a lot of guys, and I was fortunate enough to win in New York. So all the clubs were very respectful and let me come out and play their golf courses. It's amazing the talent level and how many guys are represented here from that northeast section of the country, because they can flat golf their ball.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of great players. My club professional is in that ranks. He's great. And playing is important in New Jersey, the Met, and the Philadelphia PGAs. It's what separates us from just somebody who's doing the job.
That's the thing that. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, Carl.
I'm sorry, Dan. From somebody that's been in the business for 22 years, what advice do you give somebody that's just starting out? For somebody that's kind of figured it out and been so successful, what advice do you have from for all the new people that are getting into the business?
Well, first and foremost, I'd say, love the game. If you love the game and you remember to serve the game, and always remember that the game is bigger than you. And if you keep that in mind, I think you'll do really well. But get involved and work hard.
Dan, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it, man. It was a pleasure having you out here, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Add to the trophy shelves and keep that kid playing golf, man. If he loves the game of golf, there's nothing better. This was the age that I really kind of 11 to 14 is where I went nuts and played it almost every single day.
Well, thank you, and we love to see you at Essex Fells.
Interesting rejoin music there as we head into the 100th playing of the PGA Championship on PGA Championship Radio. Don't forget, noon Eastern, live play-by-play coverage, but make sure you tune in much earlier than that. We'll have guys on the golf course early in the morning. I'll be up in the booth, and we will be sending you out to the golf course as much as we possibly can. Well, the PGA Championship, the PGA of America, this is a week to celebrate all of the 29,000 members of the PGA of America and some special ones. And one sits down with us right now. He is the recipient of the PGA Golf Professional of the Year. It's Dan Pasternak from